Hi Pisces, welcome to your, I will say general messages for the week of the 10th. I hope you guys are doing great today. I'm going to be separating love from career and money, and I'm going to timestamp it below. So for those of you who are not interested in hearing about relationship or love, just check out the description box below and just pop forward to career, okay? I'm not blending them this week. I'm just not doing that. You know, a lot of people were saying that it's confusing for them, and I know I give a lot of messages when I give my reading, so let's get right into things for our Pisces friends. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We have the crowning energy of detox. Detox. So, this is a beautiful energy about cleansing and restoring yourself, from everything, social media, electronics, any kind of mind-altering substances, food. All of these things can be toxic and damaging when overindulged in, right? I mean, it's like that kind of imbalance that we talk about a lot. But detox says that it's time to cleanse your body, your soul. Rest is required now, especially in matters of like anything that maybe overstimulated you or made you very emotional from either social media, or this could even actually have to do with connections who are just simply maybe very actively toxic for you. But this is a time to be quiet and consider your authentic self and really just create a space to heal and to deal with life up to this point. It really is a matter of just chilling out in that way. So if you notice that the girl of detox, you see she's got like the alcohol here, the alcohol craft is like knocked over, but she's on a soft bed of leaves, very, focused on the earth, the pragmatics, the bottom of things. And she knows she has a wonderful life, and her dreams are really sweet, even if they're laced with a lot of fear, because she's not afraid of learning her lessons here. They float her from her subconscious, her subconscious mind, up into a retreat that's allowing her to expand from within. So really growing from the inside out is what this energy wants you to do. And you guys are the 12th house. You guys are the subconscious. You are the most spiritual sign. You are also the sign that could tend to overindulge the most, out of all the signs. And it really quite simply is because you feel so deeply. You feel more deeply than any other sign. You're the oldest sign, and you're the oldest water sign. So all of that makes sense. But this also does indicate dream interpretation as well. So make sure you're paying attention to your dream, any dreams that you're having, that you feel like intuitively might end up meaning something later on. It's always effective to write down. I know not everyone remembers to write down. I get it. I forget a lot myself. But anyway, let's get right into the messages. So we're going to be pulling a past, present, near future, and then a final outcome. As far as what's going on in the sky, we have three main things happening this week. On the 12th, we have Jupiter sextiling Neptune. Neptune is your ruler. Jupiter is all about luck and expansion. It does rule Sagittarius, which rules foreign cultures, foreign land, travel, higher education, our belief system. So I just feel like there's this going to be this beautiful general energy. It's kind of a longer aspect. This kind of general energy where making connection with others from different backgrounds can figure in, or respecting differences between each other within relationship. So it's a nice energy. Sextiles are nice. Neptune is about dreamy, right? Jupiter is about luck and expansion. So it's nice. So let's take the nicety where we can, right, on the 12th. And then on the 13th, we do have Mercury going retrograde. It's happening in your 9th house of belief system. Everything I just explained about Sagittarius, that's where Mercury is going to be retrograde in Scorpio. Scorpio is that 8th house. So just know that your belief system having to do with how you show up as a we in relationship is going to be kind of in, I'm not going to say reverse, but there's going to be a lot of emotions being dug up about past relationships that you've had, Pisces. Having to do with shared resources, your view on shared resources, shared communication, shared intimacy. This could also require that you be very, very careful and go back over any kind of investments, I do want to say. I know that doesn't have to do with love, but I just want to throw this out there for you, right? Your belief system in as far as investments, especially in the stock market right now. during the Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, because that 8th house does rule the stock market, right? It's about cyclical, right? So Mercury being retrograde in there, we just want to be careful. You want to make sure that you are you're not jumping into anything that you're not 100% sure of. That's kind of like an aside from that, from the relationship aspect. But you are going to have Mercury retrograde in Scorpio in there. And then finally on the 16th, we have the new moon in Libra, and this is in a tight, well, it's not a tight conjunction actually, it's a mid-conjunction, it's 4-degree conjunction between the sun and the moon. What does that mean? The sun illuminates the moon is about our emotions. So we're going to become very aware of our emotions, and under the Libra moon, you know, Libra is ruled by Venus, things are going to become very highlighted, very close to the surface about how we feel about things, particularly having to do with our ultimate goals, our ultimate wishes, having to do with relationships as well, because Libra is the landlord of the 7th house of relationships. But the thing is, this is kind of a double-edged kind of situation here, because on the one hand, we're going to be in a really good space to commit to personal goals. That's going to be easier. We're going to have a much better time trying to speak to one another in a very fair way. When Libra's, when we have this moon is emotions. Libra is about fairness. It's the scales, having to do with relationship in particular. But we can't ignore the fact that this particular configuration is opposing Mars retrograde, which is still squaring the stellium, Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn. And for you guys, that's been in your 11th house of goals. So you're still going to be feeling this frustration about, you know, your goals and where it is that you're going, you know. So, and then the fact that, and the thing is, but you're going to be very ready to grow as a result of any area that you have felt a block in, or any challenge in, any sort of situation like that. But Venus, the ruler of the new moon, opposes Neptune here. So this can suggest that we're ending up in a space, we all are, in one area or another, battling these overblown expectations. So Pisces, you might realize that like what it is that you ultimately wanted for the goals in your life might need to be revisited. Having to do across the board. I mean, you know, because it's 11th house is goals and wishes. So that could have to do with relationships. That could have to do with your career. It could have to do with, you know, a number of things. But I do like that you have Venus in Virgo during this energy. So even though Venus is debilitated in Virgo, I like this energy because, you know, while Venus is about love, things we value, all of that, Virgo is the problem solver of the zodiac. Virgos are very pragmatic, and they come in and they're like, all right, what do we need to do to fix this? And there's this softening of it though in the 7th house of relationships. So I do like that. That's a very nice nice energy for you guys to have. So let's talk about what you were feeling coming into this energy here. We have the 5 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, the 3 of Wands, the 8 of Cups. Okay. So the 5 of Cups energy is about loss and regret and grief and feeling abandoned and feeling unloved. And this is even like a bereavement energy, Pisces. It's not comfortable, right? And it's focusing on the 3 cups that are spilt and not recognizing, at least in the moment, that there are still 2 cups standing, right? So it is, you know, it is that kind of energy. And then that's working with the 9 of Cups. So what loss were you feeling is your wish fulfillment. So you were obviously either involved in a relationship that you had a lot of hope for, that you really identified as a person who, at least within the relationship sector of your life, you were going to be able to reach your wish fulfillment and what it is that you ultimately wanted for yourself. Because that is the 9 of Cups, right? It's about material abundance. It's about things going really well. It's about what you see in your mind's eye ultimately is what you really want for yourself. But you had to mourn that. Like there's something happened where you felt like you lost that. You lost that wish fulfillment. But this is also mixed. There is some regret in here. There's grief. You know, there are a number of things mixed in with that emotion. And then we have the 3 of Wands and the 8 of Cups. So the 3 of Wands is about really focusing actually on teamwork, on expansion. It's even focusing on commerce for some of you. Maybe you just threw yourself into your work, into your job, whatever it was. But those of you who are single, maybe, you know, in the past, something ended and you were feeling very brokenhearted about it because it was almost like the ending of a fairy tale, or at least, you know, the fairy tale that you wrote in your mind, right? I mean, that's always the hardest part of the endings of relationships, even when we see the red flags, even when it's probably for the best, right? These are the things that we experience. But we have this Three of Wands energy, and we have the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is withdrawal and retreating and moving on and abandonment. This is a Saturn, and you guys, this is Saturn and Pisces. This is realizing that something became too difficult for you to be able to have what it was that you were really looking for. So I'm going to interpret this a couple of different ways. Pisces, you might be hurting because of a relationship that didn't work out, and then you threw yourself into work, but then you realize that that's actually kind of toxic, that people need people, that you can't just encapsulate yourself in a bubble and focus on, you know, a small world and trying to protect yourself. So that may be the Eight of Cups. As the Eight of Cups is always, you're withdrawing, you're retreating, you're moving on and abandoning anything that's toxic, that's not serving you, that's getting in the way of you getting really what it is that you want. So if staying home and not engaging with people because you have some sort of past hurt or whatever it is, or not wanting to accept those dates up until now, or whatever it is, whatever it was, has been, for many of you, you realize that needed to be abandoned, that mindset, because it wasn't serving you. Now, some of you may be in a situation where you're in a relationship right now, but you're realizing somebody's true colors, and you're realizing that, you know, you're feeling very disappointed about the fact that what you thought was going to end up ultimately bringing you your wish fulfillment, that you were going to build with, that you were going to grow from, is not it. So in the recent past, either you moved away from it or they moved away from you, right? The energies can always be vice versa when we're talking about really any readings that involve an energy that's very close to us. So let's look at the cards that we have for now. We have Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, working with the Ace of Cups, working with the Nine of Wands. We have two aces, Pisces. Very nice. So Ace of Pentacles. So some of you guys might have started a new job, or you're focused on your investments, new income. You're just kind of trying to focus your money and focus your thoughts on money. Something new though, kind of like a new way of making money. But when we're doing relationship reads, remember, Pentacles can also mean mental, emotional, and physical connection. And when we talk about Ace, we're talking about brand new. So this could be some sort of mental, physical, emotional connection. So some of you maybe just have a new connection online. Somebody who, you guys are just being supportive of each other. You're just being good friends or something, at this point. For others of you, it can definitely indicate a new relationship, right? Because we have this Ace of Cups, which is all about a new relationship, or guys, this could be a new proposal of something, meaning this would be a proposal of marriage, proposal, move in with me, let's deepen this, let's do this. It's a proposal that comes in. That's new. That's different than anything that's ever gone on before. So for some of you, it's going to be a brand spanking new relationship. For others of you, it's going to be realizing that you guys need to connect and communicate in a new way. And for there to be this proposal of, okay, let's try this again. All right, this is what it's going to mean for some of you. Others of you, it does indicate you meeting somebody new. But regardless, we have this Knight of Wands, so this is very kind of like a lusty, free-spirited energy surrounding this. It's a court card, so this could be just a general energetic influence, feeling very excited and passionate and lusty and attracted and very sexually attracted, motivated, all of that to move forward. That could be the general energy, or this could just be somebody coming in who you identify as being like that, or that could just be you right now, because the court card could always be you, another person, or the general energetic influence, right? It's never just one, right? But then we have the Empress energy, which is awesome because this is Venus, and in tarot, this is Venus. And the Empress energy, first of all, for those of you not looking to get pregnant, look out, because this is all about fertility, creation, pregnancy, parenting, all of that. But it's also about abundance. So for many of you, this could be growing in other ways, like growing your life together with this person, making investments, deepening whatever it is that you have to grow it, right? Remember, she's the mother of the tarot. So it's about planting the seed, nurturing, cultivating, birthing something, and then she does it again, all in the attempt to grow and grow and grow something of value. It's always about value, right? So this is what I have where you guys are at right now. So I see new beginning. I see there being some sort of, so for some of you, I do see this being some sort of reconciliation where you're having a meeting of the minds and recognizing what's necessary for you guys to build and move forward together. For others of you, this does indicate a fresh cycle within a connection where if you guys have been not on the same page, not really connecting, this does seem like you guys are going to be figuring things out through some challenging but healthy communication. Others of you who are single, I see you meeting people. I see you meeting. See, this is very interesting to me because I see you meeting someone, but I don't think that this is going to be like I don't think it's going to be something that lasts, Pisces. If you meet somebody now, I think it'll be for fun, but there's going to be growth here. So you're going to be growing. You're healing. You're detoxing, right? You're healing from something. So if you're not reconnecting, getting back together, fixing something in a current relationship, if you're single, you're going to be meeting somebody who's very attractive and you're very upset about it, very excited by it. But I don't see it ultimately lasting. I see you growing what it is that you want, need, and value in a relationship, if you're single, especially. Okay? Now, in the near future, we have the Eight of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Four of Cups, Two of Swords. Wow. Okay. So this is going to go for who, it doesn't matter what configuration of a relationship you're in. Honestly, the Eight of Pentacles is always about, it's always about mastering something. Okay. So when we're talking about relationship, that would be mental, physical, emotional connection. What does that even mean? Well, mastering a mental connection would be trying to understand each other. Right? Physical connection would be figuring out if, how's the intimacy? Do you guys see each other enough? Or, how are you guys like together when you are just doing like the day to day, right? What is the emotional connection like? Are you guys there equally for each other? Is there empathy? Is there reciprocity? And as far as what's needed, is there, a very open communication, or is it only one-sided? That kind of thing. And that's what it means to master something, to figure out the different components that are necessary for a given situation in order to actually work. So the Three of Swords is not an easy energy. It is the card of pain. It's Saturn in Libra, but it certainly does not have to mean, Pisces, a third-party situation. Everybody runs to that all the time. You guys know I'm not a fan of that. That's only one part of what the Three of Swords could be. There are many ways we can hurt each other. But yes, regardless, it could be talking about or dealing with heartbreak, divorce, loss, depression, maybe even for some of you, you actually may be dealing within your relationship. One of you maybe needs to have surgery as well, in order to get a very good handle on your health right now. Somebody could be getting surgery because Three of Swords is one of the surgery cards as well. But it's this card of pain, right? I mean, that's what it is, right? Saturn in Libra. Libra's about relationships. It's ruled by Venus. It's like, how do I feel in this? Do I feel respected? Do I feel disrespected? Do I feel like things were equitable when it came to money, intimacy, communication, all of that? I'm really looking at that. And then being in the Four of Cups energy, Four of Cups is feeling very apathetic, feeling very unfulfilled, feeling like, will I ever meet anybody? And the reality is, there is the opportunity for a situation to be a lot more positive than it is, but there might be something, Pisces, that you're not seeing. I'm not saying there is, but there is a possibility. Because when we have this energy, it is a little emotionally mature, meaning that you might be identifying, I don't like when they do A, B, and C, not recognizing that you perhaps maybe do a similar thing to them or a version of it, or You may not want to understand that what they're doing, the reason it bothers you so much is because it brings up an old wound in you that you're not even aware of not being healed just yet. Or it might be as simple as much as you want love and as much as you want to be in a close, committed connection, you might not be fully ready for all that it requires. There's nothing wrong with that. But that might be something to think about. Like, you want the love, you want the intimacy, you want the connection, you want the sociability, you want to know that somebody's there. But then maybe you get a little scared when it comes to completely exposing your soul and allowing yourself to be openly vulnerable, which is necessary if a long-term relationship that should be based on trust is going to be able to happen. And that might be a little scary for you. So this is just something to think about with the Four of Cups energy, right? And then we have the Two of Swords. It's coming to the Two of Swords, Pisces. It's time to make a decision and it's time to compromise. So whatever that means for you. So this could be, you could be very much sort of swimming in this, figuring out what it is that you want, need, and desire. Maybe you're dating people, maybe dating a couple of people who are attractive, or at least entertaining them online. But you're really focusing, especially for those of you who are single, very focused on what it is that you really, you could say in your minds, right, in your conscious mind, exactly what it is that you want. Most people, their list kind of looks the same. Most people. But there is an element of subjectivity that we may want or need or desire very deeply, that we might not even like how it sounds on the outside. We may say, like, you know what, I need more engagement. I need more. This person, maybe that person was nice, but I need more. Or that person was horrible. Why do I keep meeting these kind of people, right? That's kind of like the energy here is you need to figure out a way to compromise the situations that you've been in, and you need to make a decision on how it is that you really, really want to move forward. And that's really what it is here. But I do feel one thing about that's good about the Three of Swords energy that I have to say, even though it's painful, light, there's illumination. Light is shown on it. There's conversation. So there's validation. So like all the hurt, whatever happened might be out on the table and all of that. But now what are you going to do about it? Are you going to walk away from the situation for good? Are you going to try to fix things? Are you going to just sort of try to compromise and just have a meeting of the minds and wish each other the best? Are you going to get out of your own way and start dating better? You know what I mean? Like, just to bring yourself energies that are more conducive to what your soul really wants. The final outcome, we have the Six of Wands, Knight of Cups, Seven of Cups, Page of Swords. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a little bit of fear of commitment going on here. Some sort of commitment issue with the Seven of Cups. Too many choices, commitment issue. We have, and this being the truth. And just facing the truth. Somebody has a commitment issue. That is like, at the end of the day, that's the bottom line. And it could be frustrating because we have the Knight of Cups with the Six of Wands. And the Knight of Cups is, princess or Prince Charming coming in and saying, da-da-da, here I am. I love you. I want to have this thing with you. Let's just do this. Six of Wands, gorgeous energy. This is about recognition, good news coming in, respect, successful relationship, right? So we have this successful relationship, but then we have the Seven of Cups, which is like, oh, well, I see what's in Five of the Cups. I don't see what's in Two. I don't really know. I'm not sure if I want that. I don't know. Though this could be based, this fear could definitely, the commitment issue could be based in fear, especially for those of you who've been hurt before by this person. Or this might be vice versa. Maybe you're both feeling it. You could both be feeling it. There's nothing wrong. I mean, again, when the energies are so enmeshed. But it can be this idea of, man, go through this again. I was really hurt. I don't want to go through that again, kind of thing. But at the same time, it's like, no, but I love you. I really want this. But the truth of the matter is, Page of Swords, the truth of the matter is, there is a commitment issue that's existing here within relationship that maybe you haven't really, really embraced. Doesn't mean that it's yours. You could be sitting there saying, are you kidding me? I'm totally ready for a commitment. But remember, total commitment means it's not surface and it's not seasonal and it's not always easy. And a lot of times it includes a lot of discomfort. You know, being exposed and vulnerable is not an easy peasy place to go. I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun flirting. Want a date. Paradise, happiness, expanse, and joy. Playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. Twin flames. Yin yang, duality, coupling, complementing each other. Okay. Pisces, I see somebody wanting something with you here. Like there's no question. If you're open to it, you know, especially you got Venus and Virgo in the 7th house. I don't know. I want us to communicate better, but I don't know how to make this happen. So Pisces, that could be you to someone or somebody to you. You hold up that mirror to show me the ugly aspects of myself, hoping to change me, but it only makes me resent you. That's a deep one. I never told you the full truth about my childhood. It wasn't good, and I'm still trying to figure it out. And that we put with twin flames. Oh, okay. I want to give somebody a hug. That's, I mean, that sounds like pain there. I don't know if that's you or, oops. Okay, how do we go? We gotta go into here. We got Leo. Leo. That's how it fell on the floor. That's how I'm going to take it. So we have Leo's about romance and falling in love and how you guys connect on a Monday through Sunday, and it's the act of sex, and it's boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. But it's really, the 8th house means you really need to look at how you show up as a we. And, you know, especially if you know your chart and you know you have a lot of energies in your 8th house, this is a good time to go through that. This is a good season to go through that 8th house. 8th house is definitely the most challenging house. It is. It's endings and beginnings. It's how we meet endings. It's how we meet beginnings. It's very cyclical. It has to do with all of the cycles in our life. And it also has to do with how we show up with other. You know, again, money, communication. In the relationship. Communication. Communicating. Talking about the past. There has to be some talking about the past so that there could be healing, so that there could be some moving on. Right? Talking about 8th house energies, talking about the love, the romance, this, that, whatever happened, having the conversation. I'm saying in the past because Mercury is going to be retrograde in Scorpio, and Scorpio is what house? Scorpio is the 8th house, people. So that is what's going to be going on. All right, my friends, that is what I have for the love portion of your reading. I hope this was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for joining me if you are checking out now. Otherwise, hang out and let's pull some cards to see what's happening for your career, okay? Okay. So this was the Crystal Visions Tarot that I used for this particular read. All right, so we're going to pull a Black Moon card. Okay, this guy wants to come out, but I don't feel like it's that. Scorpio, transform. I'm going to just put that on the side because that popped out before I even started too. 8th house energy, I transform. Modern ruler is Pluto. Pluto's about transformation, so having to do with your career, some transformation. You have Mars retrograde in that 2nd house of money. So lots of stuff going on for our Pisces friends when it comes to, you know, I feel like, I don't even feel like necessarily with your career, but more about like your goals, your wishes, how your money's coming in. There's a lot going on in that area for you guys, right? Like this season, I'm saying, like, definitely this season. Mercury retrograde. I get a laugh. Reinvention. Mercury retrograde for your career. To reinvent yourself. Mercury retrograde is in Scorpio for you in your 9th house. So, yes. Learning, Some of you may be even into traveling. Some of you might even be looking into working with overseas people, perhaps some sort of internet sort of thing where you're dealing with foreign land, foreign cultures, different people like that. That's all ninth house energy. Some of you might be like in advertising, anything like that. But, you know, whatever it is, your belief system surrounding your career is changing. It's changing from what it once was. Really changing from what it once was. Reinvention. Reinventing yourself. I mean, we could reinvent ourselves and not change careers, you know, just learning perhaps a new skill set, you know, something like that. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be learning new things too, because, you know, the houses work opposite each other. So if you'd have Mercury retrograde in your 9th house, it means you're getting some help from your 3rd house, which is Gemini, which is about communicating online, learning. Gemini is the student. So it's learning something new that could help feed that 9th house, that could help reestablish the belief system and what it is that you want for yourself moving forward. Some of you guys are doing like a lot of research. Research and philosophy is 9th house. But you're learning more, right? You're doing like, I feel like you guys are learning through research, looking stuff up, figuring out your next step. So we have the 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles working with the Strength, working with the Ace of Wands, working with the 10 of Pentacles. Ooh, what nice energies. These are really nice. So let's start with the 2 of Pentacles is about 2 choices. You're weighing options, Pisces. You're in this space where you're like, all right, I could do this or I could do that. And you're kind of multitasking. I feel like you might have a couple of options rolling up in the air at once right now. But we do have it with the Strength energy, which is about self-love, first of all. It really is, but it's about being brave. This is courageous energy. This is Leo, 5th house, getting in touch with any creative element that you might have. You guys are very creative. We all know that. Getting in touch with that 5th house energy of creativity. Maybe even thinking about how could you take something that you love doing, some sort of creative outlet, and make money doing it. Yeah, anything like that, some sort of creativity, but you're being very courageous about it as well, which I really like. Then we have the Ace of Wands working with the 10 of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands is a new project. This could literally be, it could be a new job, a new project, but just this absolute urge to create something new. You're feeling very inspired right now. You really are coming into this energy, right? So this is in the recent past. And then we have it working with the 10 of Pentacles. So I love this because this is about the ability to leave a legacy. Some of you may be choosing to go into retirement at this point. Some of you may be dealing with some sort of inheritance that's come in. But it's also about the deepening of your commitment to something. And money being a really positive aspect in the whole situation. Where if it had been, if you were feeling very sort of insecure or vulnerable, this is indicating that whatever it is that you started in this recent past, or wherever it is that your mind is going, it's going to be a very good energy for you. This does seem like it's good. You're very focused on the future right now. We have the Star. We have the 2 of Wands working with the Star energy, which is an Aquarius energy ruled by Uranus, which is all about the future. So we have the 2 of Wands, again, waiting for the results on something and needing to make a choice. So some of you may be waiting to hear back from that job, or did that contract get signed? Did you get that project? Waiting for something to be sold, something to be purchased, something to be rented, waiting for some sort of information to come in is what I see. And you're very focused, again, very focused. The Star energy is about renewal, having faith, having hope, having inner clarity as well about what is necessary to move forward. It's a beautiful energy. Again, it is Aquarius. Aquarius is the card of the humanitarian. It is the landlord of the 11th house, which rules our goals, our wishes. It is ruled by Uranus, which is all about the future. And Uranus is also the ruler of technology. So for some of you, you may literally be waiting for some sort of news to come in via the internet, or having something to do with some sort of internet or technology rather endeavor that you might be thinking about right now. Oh, Pisces, we have the world. I just noticed this right now. This is awesome, right? Because the world it's the best card in the deck. This is, in astrology, it's connected to Saturn. So you're like, oh yeah, awesome. Saturn's terrible. It's a great taskmaster. Yeah, but true. But what this tells me is you have worked a lot and you've worked hard and you've been going through it. And guess what? You learned your lesson. You completed a goal. Something is done. Now, for those of you who lost your job, you're like, yeah, that's a huge gift, Jackie. Thank you. No, thank you, right? But whatever you were in, you were not meant to stay in. If you lost your job, that was a blessing in disguise. If you lost something in your money or work sector, Pisces, and you're going to know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about your bank account diminishing because perhaps you're out of work or like whatever, some other reason. You're going to know, did you lose that job that you thought was going to be there for a longer time? Did you lose that, if you're in real estate, did your tenants move out? Did you whatever it was that you were involved in, however it was you were making money. Something reached its expiration date, it finished, completed, whatever, and now you're in for the big blessing, because there is no better blessing, which is why the world is the most positive card in the deck, than that which Saturn gives us after going through the challenges that he has presented to you. And then we have the Six of Pentacles energy, which is about generosity, giving and receiving help, giving and receiving just a really positive, there's reciprocity here. There's reciprocity. This is really, really healthy. Really healthy. Then we have the near future. We have the Nine of Swords, the High Priestess. This is working with the Wheel and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Pisces, I feel like you're feeling very, very sort of like, okay, that's done. I'm ready to open up this next chapter of my life having to do with money, career. I'm ready. And then you're going into it, and you following your intuition, but it creating a lot of stress and anxiety for you. There's something that you're going to be presented with. And I don't feel like you're going to be talking about it a lot, because the High Priestess is about secrets and mystery and trusting yourself via your intuition. But the Nine of Swords energy is about this anxiety, this nightmares, this grief of something, being very concerned about something. But then we have the Wheel, and the Wheel is really about, okay, Pisces, there's a turning point here. What are you going to do? Now, it is ruled by Jupiter, so it is indicative, particularly for career, that whatever you do decide is going to be fortunate, but you are going to have to take a gamble, and you're going to have to work really hard. Seven of Pentacles is a Saturn and Taurus energy, but it's a beautiful energy. This is a new cycle. This is where the Four of the World and the Three of the Trinity meet, and this is where some sort of blessed new cycle is beginning for you. So you have to understand that. But in this is about delayed success and the need to wait and the need to be patient and work hard. Okay, so I feel like you're accepting something right now, you're moving into the future, and I see like maybe things might not end up rolling out as quickly as you would like or as smoothly as you would like. These are all things that can end up making us feel really anxious about the final outcome of something, right? So then we have the Queen of Cups with Temperance, Page of Wands, and the Magician. Oh, I like it. So Queen of Cups is great. This is a Gemini and Cancer energy. This is communicating about what it is that you want, that you need actually, in order to feel very secure regarding your money, regarding, you just feeling like you have a firm foundation in your life, right? And with the Gemini energy, not only are you communicating what it is that you need, not only you realizing it mentally, but you're also ready and willing to learn and put yourself out there to create that for yourself, right? This is a very healing energy. It really is very supportive energy. Okay, and then we have that working. Next in line is Temperance. Awesome. This is about recognizing that there needs to be balance and harmony. You have to just really practice self-control, moderation, a lot of patience. What do you need? What is some situation need that you're involved in What does everybody need in order for it to work? So there's a lot of listening here, healthy communication, in order to establish something that needs to be figured out, because there needs to be a figuring out 100%. As then we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a new project. So this could be a new business opportunity, a new job offer of some kind, some sort of new investment, whatever it is. But you feeling really excited about it. Like there's this motivation, at least. You might be scared, but positive motivation moving forward. Guys, then we got Magician. Magician is a Mercury energy. Mercury rules the 3rd and 6th house. And when we put those two energies together, which we do, because the Magician is an alchemical energy, we're talking about what you do in the day-to-day as far as who you communicate with, what are you learning in a very basic, fundamental, pragmatic way that could end up creating a healthier day-to-day work experience, lessen your anxiety, put you in a really good, healthy mindset. This is what the Magician is when it comes to work. It's combining the Gemini and Virgo energies, okay? And in an alchemical way where it's going to incite this very healthy day-to-day work environment where you're going to be able to incite the kind of work environment that you really do ultimately want for yourself, that you might not even be realizing now. It might even be healthier than you're realizing now. So we have Saturn putting in that hard work. We have the 8th house, and we have Leo. I feel like we got some of these before. Did we? Oh, you know what? I forget right after did we get these for relationship? I feel like there was Leo. Well, anyway, this is when we're doing this for career. Some of you guys might be going into business with somebody. You might be taking on a business partner. You might be going into business with your partner. It doesn't have to be your intimate partner. But this is about work, being creative, and working together with other people here, and it going really, really well. So very nice. And now let me just pull an astro card, and then we will let you guys go on your day. Libra, the idealist. I like this because this is about fairness. I'm going to listen to you, you listen to me. Everybody feeling good. There being equitable distribution of finances. Everybody's listening to each other. Remember, Libra is the scales, right? So we want to be careful. The shadow element of this could be the need to people please, and the potential to be very indecisive about something, but in its most illuminated form, it's being super fair, and they're just being a very beneficial energy for you, because Libra is being ruled by Venus. It's a money planet, as well as just feeling really good about what you're doing. So to me, I think it ends really well. Every blessing to you, my Pisces brothers and sisters out there. I hope this resonated with you or was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.